Reagan and today I'm here to film my July TBR. Cannot believe it's already July. Like literally my birthday is in 3 days on July 8th and I turned 22, which just feels too old, but also like, you know, whatever, time passes. But for the month of July, I have picked out a set of books, as I do every month, and let's just go ahead and talk about them. Per usual, it's pretty fantasy heavy, because let's be honest, that's what I like to read. The first book I'm going to talk about is the book I'm currently reading, and that is Theft of Swords by Michael J. Sullivan. I'm about like a little over halfway through. This is a high fantasy novel following two like hired thieves, Royce and Hadrian. One is like more of like the quiet assassin who's like deathly quiet, and the other one is more of like the brass, funny sword wielder. Together they make a very hilarious duo, and so far this story is full of antics, friendship, fun. I've been really enjoying it. I definitely wouldn't say it's like my favorite fantasy book so far, but I think it's a lot of fun and I'm flying through it. While it's long, it's like very absorbable, if that makes sense. So that's what I'm reading first this month. I'm excited. I've been meaning to get to this book for a long time and I'm reading it. Look at the length of books I've been reading lately. I'm very proud of myself. The next book I plan to read was sent to me for review by the author, and that is Runes by Edna Walters. This is a paranormal YA book, which, as many of you should already know, is like my guilty pleasure read genre. Like, I have read so much YA paranormal romance and it just never gets old for whatever reason. But this book actually got on my radar because it's actually very popular in European booktube. In fact, it's being translated in a lot of different languages. I think it got very popular in France and now it's like getting translated into more and more languages in Europe because demand is so high over there, which I thought was just like so interesting. This book follows our main character, Rain Cooper, who, you know, lives like the average life. Everything is great. She has troubles enough from high school until one day a mysterious boy moves in next door and he has some strange markings about him, and she investigates and it changes her world forever. You know, it's like that addicting type of storyline. You can use to see how it's just gonna be like sucking me in from the beginning. I love like the Lux series, Sweet Evil. This is right up my street. And to let you guys know, you can actually get the first book for free, like on all major carriers. I'll leave a link down below just for ease. But if you sign up for her newsletter on her website, ednawalters.com, which I'll also link down below, you can get the second book for free as well. And you'll also be entered in for a whole bunch of giveaways that she's constantly having going on her site, including for us, it's going to be a giveaway of the first 3 books signed, which is a pretty good deal. So just like free books all around. Check it out. The next book I want to get to is part of my work book club. I just joined a book club at work at the place I'm interning at, and they're reading The Nest by Cynthia Dupre Sweeney. This is an adult contemporary drama following a family who's like super rich. They have a trust fund and then some like legal troubles happen that like drain the trust fund and then everything falls out from there, and it just sounds deliciously, decadently drama filled, and I'm intrigued, and the book club is meeting at the end of this month, so I need to have it read before then, you know, so I can like mingle, make friends. But this has had fantastic reviews online, so I'm also excited that something in real life has been corresponding with my interests of online, so I'll be reading this as well. The next book I'm going to talk about is the Prustopia Book Club Pick of the Month for the month of July, and this month, in preparation for The Cursed Child, we are reading Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. Because who doesn't love a good old-fashioned Harry Potter reread? I sure do, because Harry Potter is the best thing in the entire world, and I thought it would be kind of fun to reread the first book in Harry's journey in preparation for the first book in the new, like, 7th book in the series journey kind of thing. So we decided to go with this because, again, it's Harry Potter. How can you say no? And the last book that's tentatively on my list is The Winner's Kiss by Marie Rutowski. I have had this for months, and I've read the first 2 books of this series. I loved it. I need to read the last one. I've been putting it off because I don't want it to end, which is sad but true, but I just don't want to be in a scenario which I put myself in all the time where it's like 2 years later and I still haven't read the last book, because I hate when I do that. So I'm really gonna try to read this. Of course, this is a YA fantasy series following our main character, Clestrol? I don't know how to say her name. Clestrol, right? Celestial? Ugh. And basically it's a fantasy series where she grows up in a society where it kind of overtook another society, and the people in power are warriors and things like that. However, her father is actually a general, and she has 2 expectations in her life: to either become a warrior or to get married. She doesn't want to do either of those two things because she doesn't like to fight and she doesn't want to become a political pawn. This book is like very politically based, and we have a main character who has strengths in other areas than are expected within our society, so she uses her smarts and her wits to kind of like maneuver around. It's great. It has a Stevie romance. There's a lot going on. I really like it. I really want to read the last book. I want to see how it ends. I hear it's great, so it's on the list. Alrighty guys, those are all the books I plan to read in the month of July. Let me know down below some books you really want to get to this month, as I would love to know, and I will see you guys soon with another video soon. Goodbye!